And we are back with a banger episode today, guys. We've got a whole lot to get into, including the first Adidas Yeezy sneaker without Kanye West. And a whole lot more. Trust me, guys, we've got some heat on the way that you need to get ready for. As always, if you're new to the channel and you like to stay updated on all the latest sneaker news, sneaker leaks, sneaker rumors, then make sure you subscribe to the channel because we do this every single Sunday. And you can also chuck me a follow on Instagram where I can keep you updated on quicker things over there. Let's hop into the release recap. Take a look at this. We got the Ma Men Year 4. These dropped on the 23rd, I believe that was Friday. Guys, according to a lot of the stock numbers, there was way more pairs for you guys out in the US than there were here in the EU and the UK. So inevitably, I took an L along with a bunch of other people. Let me know if you managed to get them. Let me know if you didn't. I did have to pay resale because obviously, as we know, this is just an incredible sneaker. I did do a full review, so if you want to check that out, feel free. It's up on the channel. And then another release actually was this pair right here. Yes, this is in fact a sneaker. This is the Cactus Plant Flea Market Nike Dunk Low Overgrown. It's absolutely wild. Well, it did actually shock drop, I believe, yesterday. But if you did want this pair, they are dropping on Nike sneakers. They are loaded up for $190 for November the 29th. As far as a release recap, that's pretty much it. Let me know if you hit on anything else, but we got to hop into this upcoming stuff. Let's kick it off with one of the more crazy stories, and of course, that is how you can spend a night in DJ Khaled's closet. That is right. So along with the whole Jordan 5 release, DJ Khaled and Airbnb are literally renting out his sneaker closet for people to spend the night in. So here's a couple of the other pictures. I mean, this is just so weird, so bizarre, but at the same time, I guess it's kind of cool. This is going to be beginning Tuesday, the 29th of November. So you've got to request a reservation, and if you are successful, each guest of the DJ Khaled Airbnb experience will receive a handwritten welcome note from the Airbnb host, which is DJ Khaled, a signed pair of the We The Best Air Jordan 5s, a catered dinner from the Licking Miami Gardens, I'm not entirely sure what that is, and then a private shopping session with Winwood's 305 kicks. Now, if you're assuming that this is going to cost thousands and thousands, well, no, it's actually just going to cost you $11. So if you manage to book yourself a stay in DJ Khaled's closet, well, you'll actually be staying there on December the 5th or the 6th. So guys, I need you to let me know down in the comment section who is going for this. Let me know if you're going to try and reserve yourself a spot in DJ Khaled's closet. But yeah, I just thought this was a pretty hilarious story. Let's keep it moving. All right, while we're on the topic of DJ Khaled, of course, I am just going to remind you guys that the drop is actually on Monday. That is tomorrow, Cyber Monday. So it's just kind of like a little release reminder. And again, this is for the US and the UK, the EU. So everybody's got a shot. Now, another release that is right around the corner is the Nike Dunk Low Huff collaboration, both the San Francisco and the New York colorways. This release is specifically for the EU and the UK because you guys out in the US already had your shot, and we are getting the exact same release in terms of this mystery bag launch. So essentially, you're going to be entering the Nike sneakers draw on the 29th of November, and they've got two listings that are available, but whichever one you go for, you won't actually know what colorway you get until you order it. It comes in the mail and you open up this bag. This is another pair of sneakers that I just got in, so please let me know down in the comment section if you do want to see a review, because I will drop that either on Monday or Tuesday. Sticking with dunks, we've got some on-foot looks at the Run the Jewels Nike SB collection. Now, this is specifically of the high version. As you can see, we finally got some proper images. Last week, we took a look at some of the more like first look. Super loud pink. You've got the pony hair as well. It's just a very loud combination of both materials and of course colors. Now, something that we haven't seen yet is the Nike Dunk Low that's going to be part of this collection, and here it is. All over blue. I gotta say, a much more appealing option as opposed to the high version, at least for me personally. In terms of a release date, apparently both of these are going to drop at some time in April 2023. Let's keep it moving. We've got some more on-foot looks at the next colorway of the Tom Sachs general purpose shoe. This one comes in all over white, gray with yellow and green accents. I'm not the biggest fan of the combination of yellow and green, but the general colors on it are super wearable and very clean. These are going to be dropping at some point in 2023. There's also that brown colorway, which we haven't seen a release yet. So yeah, just to keep in mind, there's a lot more coming if you haven't got your hands on a pair. We've got the first official images of the upcoming Air Jordan 2 Chicago OG. Now, these are going to be dropping on December the 30th, and I just wanted to show you these official images to get you guys prepared. Probably probably going to be the final Jordan release for 2022. And I know that there's definitely hype behind this because it's the first time that Jordan Brand retroed the Jordan 2 Chicago. We actually got some really crazy first look images at a whole new collection for Adidas, which should be dropping next year. These look familiar. These are the first images that have emerged of the Adidas crazy new era, which will be launching early 2023. And according to this article, I think Jerry Lorenzo has something to do with this. I'm not entirely sure if it's the sneakers. And here's some of the collection of clothing that I assume goes along with these sneakers. And this is where I believe Jerry Lorenzo really comes into it, because as you can see, a lot of these clothing articles look very familiar to a lot of what Fear of God Essentials has put out in the past. So it does look like Adidas, again, like they have alluded to in the past, 2023 is going to be Adidas leaning heavy into that Jerry Lorenzo collaboration. We've got hoodies, we've got shorts, we've got new shoes. I think this is pretty cool, although from what I've seen so far, this does, generally speaking, just kind of look like Fear of God Essentials with an Adidas logo. Now, to follow on from what we were taking a look at last week in terms of the upcoming Jordan 4 SE Craft, we've got some even more detailed images. You can really see what we are going to be expecting in 2023. To be exact, the release date on these is February the 11th, and I think the more we're getting images of these, more people are deciding that they do really like this pair of sneakers. And I gotta admit, this is something that is definitely on my radar for 2023. Look at the neutral tones, look at the really interesting materials that they've got on here. It's almost got a vintage vibe with the sailed out eye stays and of course that cracked leather. Let me know what you think of these down in the comments. We've got some on foot looks at another upcoming 2023 Jordan. This one is definitely going to be hyped, and of course I'm talking about the Jordan 3 Wizards. Yes guys, these are looking crispy on foot. I gotta say, they are looking absolutely phenomenal. Look at that elephant print. I'm not gonna lie, these are definitely on my radar for 2023 as well. In terms of release date on these, apparently they're going to be dropping on April the 29th, 2023. It's very, very specific. We've kind of got an update on the upcoming Adidas Bad Bunny forums. Remember, we saw the leaks and rumors of this white colorway. I believe Bad Bunny was wearing them or something like that. This white colorway of the Bad Bunny forum appeared in Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, which I'm not too familiar with. Now, in terms of release date, we actually also have that. So these are going to be dropping on December the 10th. We've got new in-hand images of another 2023 Jordan. Take a look at this. This is the Jordan 11 Low Cement Gray. These are super detailed, so you can see everything that you want to know about this pair of 11. Now, in terms of a release date for these, apparently April the 1st, which kind of makes like April a super stacked month if all of these Jordan release dates are correct. So the first look at the upcoming Jarritos Nike SB Dunk Low. Now listen guys, I said Jarritos, okay? How do you say this name? I don't know. You guys told me last time that I said it wrong. Jarritos, whatever. It's actually a very, very different to what was initially rumored with the renders. This comes in a very different material as well. So as you can see, the upper is this kind of burlap or canvas material. These are going to be dropping in 2023. We have no specific release date, but let me know if this is what you were expecting from this collaboration. All right, we've got another look at the New Balance 1906 protection pack, and I say another because we've seen so many leaks and rumors of different colorways of this upcoming protection pack, but we haven't seen any of them released. This is the classic gray that New Balance does so well, and just look at these insane materials. I'm highly anticipating the 1906 protection pack, and New Balance continues to absolutely kill it with their upcoming sneakers. Now, in terms of release date, we do not have one again. All right, let's talk about this latest drama that has struck the Jordan 1 Lost and Found. So listen, the release just happened. Now that people are actually receiving their pairs from Nike, there's been a whole lot of issues. So I've had a few people DM me with some images of their sneakers being moldy and folded in half and their orders getting canceled. This is the issue that we've started seeing images of. So in this Twitter post, it says apparently various retailers are sending back Chicago Air Jordan 1s due to this mold issue, and Nike is canceling pairs. Anybody who has had their pairs canceled and you've been reaching out to Nike with this issue, well, it could be because pairs are literally getting moldy. Now, I'm not entirely sure why this is the case. I presume there's some issue with how Nike is storing these sneakers in their warehouses, or whether just the change in temperature, or whether it's the amount of time that these pairs have been sitting in their warehouses. Now, improving repeating future experiences is not going to help the people that receive moldy pairs. Like, are they going to make more? Are they going to help people get the pairs that they wanted? How many pairs are affected? And on top of that, this is also an issue that happened to someone, which is absolutely mind-blowing. Take a look at this. A literal folded in half pair of Jordan 1 Chicago. Just the same situation as if your pair came in moldy. What are you doing here? Are you sending it back? Are you keeping it? Are you trying to like straighten it out somehow? Who is to blame here? Is it the like UPS or FedEx or the delivery company, or is it Nike themselves for how they're packaging it? Seems to be pretty widespread. Obviously the internet can blow these things out of proportion. The people that this is affecting, that's pretty savage that they're getting moldy or folded up pairs of shoes. I don't know, if your pair was moldy, let me know down in the comment section. All right, next up, we've got some pretty insane Kanye West, Yeezy brand, and Adidas news. So let's start with Kanye West and his new clothing line. So this is something that I actually made a video on earlier this week. Kanye West was showing off his new clothing line, and essentially what his new clothing line is Balenciaga, Adidas, and Gap products with his merch name on it. So he's gonna be calling it all Ye 24. So like I said, I made a video on this, and if you want to go more in depth, I suggest definitely checking out this video. But just very briefly, you can see the warehouse, you can see his operations, and he's literally showing off different pieces of clothing that he says this is Balenciaga, but now it's Ye 24. So essentially, I assume the idea behind doing this is trying to devalue Balenciaga and Adidas products by just charging $20 for all of this. That is right, Kanye West is literally planning to sell each item of clothing for just $20. Again, check out this video. I will link it down in the description, or you could just find it on the channel. But yeah, we go into a lot more detail about this whole new clothing line. Now, in more recent news with Kanye West, we saw him wearing this track jacket. Now, as you can see, he is pictured here in this track jacket, and it says Ye 24. Now, the really interesting thing about this jacket is it's actually a Reebok Vetements collaboration. I actually Googled it, and this is the jacket here, which is like thousands of dollars, I believe. However, as you can see, he has just rebranded it as Ye 24. So it really gives you like an upcoming glance into what Kanye is planning in terms of his new clothing line. It's gonna be super expensive, high fashion stuff that he's slapped his Ye 24 name on and is selling for $20 a piece. So as you can see, this is him wearing that track jacket when he went to visit a Messianic Jewish congregation. And we're not gonna get too much into this story because there's not too much information that we have as of right now. But yeah, just a couple clips of him being there, and that's about it. But yeah, definitely let me know down in the comment section what you think of Kanye West's new clothing line. Either way, let's keep it moving because we've got some actual photos of what Adidas is planning to release post Kanye West. So take a look at this article here, or this Instagram post by Nice Kicks, and they say that this photo is the first potential Adidas Yeezy after the split. So this is it down here at the bottom, and what's really kind of like weird or slightly annoying from this article or this Instagram post is the fact that they put the foam runner on top. Like, obviously I can see why you would somewhat assume that this is a lookalike of a foam runner. There's no mention of the shoe that this actually looks like, which is obviously a Yeezy 700 V3. Now I assume they're basically saying that this looks like an Adifoam Q and a foam runner because this looks like it's going to be made of some kind of foam material, but you cannot look at this picture and say that it doesn't resemble pretty much one-to-one of a Yeezy 700 V3. Either way, let me know what you think of this. It's absolutely crazy. It looks like, at least from this image, it's in some kind of sampling phase, and we'll get something like this in 2023. At least Adidas is doing something slightly different with the model. Like, obviously this is a Yeezy sneaker, or at least a Yeezy design, but at least they have modified it slightly so it's not an exact 700 V3. I don't know, let me know if this is something that you would purchase. Again, a lot of people have already kind of made up their mind that they're not going to be buying any of this stuff without Kanye West. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. Okay guys, so for anybody who is interested in the upcoming Nike Dunk Low Concepts Orange Lobster collaboration, listen up because we've got the release information. So essentially how it's going to go down is detailed over here. So it says the Concepts Nike SB Dunk Low Orange Lobster will release at Concepts location and online on December the 2nd at 11 a.m. Now additional pairs will be available via Sneakers Pass from December the 2nd to the 4th. So essentially this sneaker is gonna be damn near impossible to get, at least what I assume is going to be the case from this information. It seems like these are not going to be a worldwide release. They're going to be literally concept stores and a US sneakers pass. That's all we got as of right now. This seems to be exactly how they're gonna drop. So yeah, let me know if you're gonna be after these. But guys, that pretty much wraps it up. That is all the news I have for you guys today. A pretty wild and insane episode. Thank you so much for coming through, hanging out for yet again another video. Thank you for liking, commenting, and of course subscribing. I'll catch you guys in the next one. But until then.